So I'm going to call this one the Cabbie because it reminds me of a yellow checker cab a little bit. So what I've done already is I've combined about 6 feet of yellow, which I've got here, and 6 feet of black. And I'm just going to back up one step here to kind of show you what I've done. So I already combined the two colors here, and I've put it on the buckle, doing the just a regular knot there. And to start this, I'm going to do a cobra weave, which is just yellow over both the middle ones, the black over the yellow, behind the two middle ones, and up through that hole. Very, very basic. This is actually going to be one of the steps on this bracelet as well. But this kind of locks it down, make it a little easier if you're not using a jig. Alright, so now that I have that, your first step is going to be to separate the middle piece. And then you're going to go over the middle piece with the black, around, and up through that hole there. So you're going to do an over-under. So that one was over and through. You're going to cinch this all the way up to the top. And this first one is always the hardest. So you're going to want to try and tighten everything all at once, which is kind of a pain. Kind of hard to do. Alright, so there's the over. And I'm just going to do this side just so I can keep everything nice and tight. Normally you do both sides and then, or do one side then the other. So I went over on both of those and through the hole. And then you want to just get these as tight as you can, which this first one is really hard to get tight, but it can be done. Alright, so the first one was over. Now the second one you want to go under the yellow, or under the first middle one, through there, and then through that hole. So you got, first one was over, or I'm sorry, the first one was under. Uh-oh, just dropped the whole thing. Okay. So basically you're going to end up with something like this, where there's a kind of a bridge that crosses right there. And pull this as tight as you can. It's pretty important on this first one. Okay, so did that side. Now you want to go over and do the right side. And so you got the bridge right there. This nice and tight like the first one. I might have to try and pull some of this yellow through here because it's not quite as tight as I want it. This one does take a little bit of time. I did it already with another one and it took me a good 15 minutes to make the whole bracelet, so you gotta be a little patient with this one. But it turns out good when it's all done. It's a nice looking bracelet. Okay, so there's your first two steps. You got your over under on the left side. Do that first, over under on the right side, and then you're just going to do a cobra stitch. So on this one, the black is on top. I'll show you what this looks like. Just like that. I'm going to pull that tight. Now this is going to try and clam up on you, so you're going to kind of pull it tight but also keep everything nice and flat. One way you can do it is just push it down on whatever surface you might be working on. It keeps it nice and flat. Keep it nice and tight. And you're just going to repeat that again. So you're going to go over and through. Push that up nice and tight. And then you're going to go under and through. And tighten that on up. Takes a few passes to get used to this one. And it also takes a minute for the pattern to start showing, just like any other bracelet, I suppose. There, we got a little twisted there. There we go. There's my over. And we do the under, through. Got the bridge there. Tighten this all the way down. And then we're gonna do, so we did the black. Actually, we did yellow on the first one on top, so then we did black on the top for the cobra. And then we're gonna do yellow on top. So it's basically gonna be a left side when you get to this step. That's gonna be over the top. If you want it to alternate, you could have a black. You could do blacks all the way or yellows all the way. It doesn't matter too much. It just, you won't get the same pattern. And I didn't realize this until after I had already cut my paracord that yellow and black, this color is the color of the Steelers, who beat my Cleveland Browns today. So I'm not too happy with my color choice today. How it goes sometimes, I guess. Alright, so this is going to be the last one I do, and then I'll finish it up and show you guys how to finish this. So that was my over. It's always over, under, over, under. And this is the under. Oh, kind of low on that one. Hold nice and tight and go over. The hardest part about this whole bracelet, I'll say it again, is keeping it tight as you go. The hardest part. And then under. Alright, well, I'm going to tighten this up. I'll do one more cobra stitch on here, and then I'll come back and finish this up for you. So yellow, black, yellow, left side every time. It should be black. Over the two middle, under the black, and then around and through. And you can see kind of two different patterns forming now. You've not only got the checker pattern, but you also have these diagonal patterns on here as well. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm down to the very bottom of this. And basically I think I can get one more run through here, through the centerpiece, but I'm going to probably have to use my pliers here in a minute. Looks like I might be able to get this first one through. So I'm doing the over. Over there. Over there. Yep. Alright, and then this one I'm going to go under. So that one wasn't too bad. Pull that nice and tight. I'm going to end up on a cobra. I'll end it on a cobra. That way I can cut the ends off pretty easily. There we go. And then our final one is a cobra. I want to pull this one really tight. Okay. Grab my scissors. And I'm going to finish this just like I finished all the other ones. I gotta get me some new scissors, those are not very good. There's that side. And the nice thing about working with black paracord when you're doing this is that if you do burn the paracord when you're singeing the ends, it just kind of looks like it's black paracord. Alright, so there we have it. I'm going to call this the Cabbie, just because it has like a checker. Reminds me of the cabs in like New York City. We have them here in Atlanta. And there you have it, another completed bracelet. And the second video of the day. So if you enjoy my videos, please hit the subscribe button. I believe you get an email every time we have a new video. Or I think you can set it to email you once a week and it'll give you a list of all your videos. Thanks for watching.